A pledge is a commitment that for next year, God willing, I will give X amount of dollars.
It's not a requirement to pledge, it's a strong suggestion, it's a desire.
Without pledging, it's difficult for us to know what people are going to be willing to give in the next year, and therefore difficult to know what we can spend our money on in the following year.
When we make a pledge to the church, we're giving the church officers a basis upon which to be good stewards themselves.
And so by pledging, what you're doing is you're helping the leaders of this church, who are not omniscient, unlike God, right, and can't know exactly what is coming tomorrow. You give them the sort of data that they need in order to project what ministry we can afford and what we can do.
Pledging's never one-to-one of what we actually have coming in. The Lord actually typically provides over and abundant beyond the pledges. But the pledging allows us to have a baseline to know, okay, what can the college ministry do this year? What can the young pros ministry do this year? What can the youth ministry? What can the women's ministry, men's ministry? What can the discipleship department, the ministers do this year because of what we have coming in?
And it's very important to the future of the church that people continue to pledge, because it allows us to continue to grow those ministries when we know that people are going to be as generous as they have in the past.
Pledging and stewardship are private matters. They are commitments to the church. However, the information in a pledge is only seen by a very few number of people in the accounting department.
We forget that pledging actually has a great effect on the pledger, him or herself. It's very important for us to make that pledge because we really don't know what the year is going to bring. And if we go into the year with a sense that we want to promise, we want to give the Lord all that we have, our first fruits, not our leftovers, not even the icing on the cake, but we want to give Him our first fruits. Then when we're faced with challenges or with shortcomings, we still have the sense of we want to put God as a priority in our life.
I would urge those who don't pledge or have never pledged to consider doing so to whatever amount that they're comfortable with, and see it as a generous act of stewardship, of giving back to God what He has so generously given to us.